Hello, Flosstube. Today is Saturday. It's the afternoon. It's 5:30ish, and there's a cat meowing in the background as usual. Snug. My hair's a little goofy. I don't know what that is. I usually try to do these updates in the morning. Excuse me. And the reason I'm doing this so much later in the afternoon is that we went up to the mountains today to the what's called the Third Crossing campground, so that just as an outing, because the kids, Hannah and Eli are going off to school in the next couple of weeks. And so we wanted to, just do a little family outing. And I've had a lot of family stuff going on this weekend, and some other things. Physical therapy for my shoulder. It's I think on Wednesday. I don't know if I had like a session on Monday and a session on Wednesday, and I don't know if I overdid it on Wednesday or what. But my arm has been very painful, much more painful. It got better the first week, and then not so good this past week, and so it's kind of bugging me a little bit more. And then my mom, I had mentioned that my mom is going to go in the hospital and for this outpatient procedure, and it's sort of a good news, bad news situation, because she ended up not needing the procedure. They were able to sort of check the circulation and the potential blockages, I guess, that they thought she might have on both legs, and she did not have it. And so so that was good, and that she didn't need the procedure and everything. But it was bad in that, it's kind of like she still has some pain, and they're still trying to figure that out and everything else. But so anyway, we were at the hospital for about 8 hours, from about noon till she was released around 8 or so to go home. And so while I was there, I did some stitching, because, always bring cross stitch. And so I decided all this week to just work on the one whip, because, like I said, I had a lot of family things going on and other things going on, and so I didn't do a whole lot of stitching, but the stitching that I did do was just on one project, and that is this Teresa Kogut Freebie that I've mentioned before. It's called The Ones You Love. It's what The Ones You Love. Hold close to the ones you love. And it has this big giant snowman holding a bunny, and it's really cute, but it's like the biggest snowman known to man on the face of the earth. The biggest snowman on the face of the earth, as I always refer to him. So I did some work over the weekend on him, and I just plugged away at it. So this is where I am before. So excuse me, now this where I was before. I had gotten up to I had finished the N and did one bar, one row on the E. But so I finished this much. There's still hold closely, and there's a little heart up here. But I did do these. And this love is, I want to say it is, all right, I have it right here. It's a Week Dye Works Blue Coat Red. Blue Coat Red. And the rest, these other colors are DMC colors. There are two others. Fawn, this is a Week Dye Works color. This here, little cottontail, right here, is a Week Dye Works color. And if I'd known that it was just this little bit, I probably might have used the DMC alternative. But the other one is Week Dye Works is hibiscus, which is going to be up here It's the little cheeks on the snowman. But so anyway, I worked on doing these words here, and the problem that I ran into is that this line, the ones, is actually like, one stitch too high, and this one is correct. The words you love. So I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to do hold and closely, because they're each on their own lines. Whether I'm going to do them in the correct space and just let there be, excuse me, more space between these two lines than there is between these two lines, the word closely and this line here. I don't know. I probably will just let them be irregular or whatever, because you might be able to tell and you might not. I don't know. But so I did a few more lines on this never-ending snowman. I think I was about, I was probably 2 or 3 rows less of that, but this is what I did in mostly in the hospital, was this, because I could do it without really consulting the pattern too much. I had to look at it every now and then to make sure, because these are a little bit uneven. Some of them are one right above the other, and some are over one or whatever. But for the most part, I could work on this part, on these lines of snow, the snowman, without looking at it too much, and just mindlessly stitch away. But then I kind of got sick of doing that, so I went up here and I worked on his mitten and part of his arm. And there's another line of his arm that goes in here, so I had to do this part of the bunny and part of I'm working on his head and his ear right now, his ears. And he has a little scarf that goes right in here. And, I'm also going to have to buy another skein of this. This is a DMC, tan. I think it's 436 is the number. But I have the end of the skein of thread left, and I don't think it's enough to finish this bunny's, his other ear, finish his head and all that. But then his eyes and nose and mouth. I think this is his mouth, and this is one eye, and the other eye is up here, and this is his nose, I think. Going by the picture and the pattern here, I think this is one eye, and this is his nose, and this is his mouth, and this is the other eye, I think. So I'm working on this ear right here, and then I have another ear and the rest of his head to go. And I don't think I have enough of the DMC thread to finish this. So I have to get another skein anyway, because like I said, I'm at the end. But so yeah, I have a long way to go on this giant snowman. And the other dilemma I have is that working on this is his, like I said, the bottom of his arm, and the upper part of his arm is here, and there's a little crease to differentiate the arm from the rest of the body, and he's supposed to be another like a sort of a light brown color for the snowman, sort of a more prim color, and I decided I didn't like that, the idea of a sort of a brownish snowman. I think he was going to be drab brown, very light, is what the color description is. It's a DMC 613, and I decided I didn't want to do that. But because of that, that's what this little arm color, this is the called for DMC for his arm, which is, I want to say, oh, I can't think of it now. I can't tell which one it is. But anyway, and so I wondered if it was going to make a lot of difference, but I don't think it will. I think it'll work well, well enough with this color of the snowman. But yeah, so I have a long ways to go on that snowman, and basically two more words: hold closely and the heart, and I think those will go quickly. But I want to at least finish the thread on this bunny, and buy some more. But yeah, I still have, like I said, it's the biggest snowman on the face of the earth. But so yeah, he's coming along. Hold closely the ones you love. But it's all I've worked on this week, and like I said, I haven't had as much stitching time on it due to family things, and like I said, on Wednesday, I had the physical therapy thing, and then my dad had a doctor's appointment, I think, and we went out to eat afterward, that afternoon or something. There was a cat. And so I just, my shoulder didn't feel good, and so, it was, kind of a long day, and I just slept, until late at night, and then I did a little bit of stitching then. But so, yeah, so I haven't had as much time this week to work on it as I usually do. But I did take it with me when we went to the mountains, because I wasn't going to go down and hike around around the river and fish or anything like that. So I just enjoy the shade and the cool breeze and looking at the river, and worked on this ear of the rabbit. I think I had just sort of started out doing the outline the ear a little bit, so I finished right up in here while we were up there. And I don't know about anybody else, but I can't really stitch in the car. And so I didn't have a whole lot of time today. But so hopefully this coming week, I don't know if I could get that done. I kind of feel like I need to do a few more days of just dedicated stitching on that. Get it a little further along, so I can get I could probably do some of the parts that are some of the other colors now that I've got, like part of his arm done, and the bunny done, and get the bunny's scarf done, and maybe get the snowman's scarf done, and parts of maybe get the snowman's. He's wearing a little hat. So I'm hoping to get. I lost the. Oh, here it is. If I can get the bunny's little scarf done, and this upper part of the snowman's arm, it's really hard to differentiate because the pattern is very light, but and maybe this part of the scarf, and some of the other things, details, and then I have to do just lots and lots and lots and lots of snowman to get it done. And I don't know, I'm not as fast a stitcher as some people are, but like I said, it's coming along. Oh, and so I think that's pretty much it. Not much else, much other news. Stop, Snuggle. There's a cat. He's very fat. But yeah, so hopefully in this coming week I can get some more done. Maybe some more work done on that snowman, and maybe go back to the Black Archangel that I started on last week. I don't think I've done any more on anything since then, since last Saturday when I talked about all those lovely whips. The only one I worked on was the ones you love thing. So hopefully I can get some significant progress on that, and to get get it further along so I can take a break from it and do some of the other whips that I have. I'm watching this cat. Though he doesn't do anything naughty. There goes his tail. And so I think that's it. Just a quickie update because, and so hopefully next week I'll have more to talk about. And until then, I'll see you guys. See you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.